Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told us.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. That sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. To throw is Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 57 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seen... the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
This one caught by Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way down to the 5. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be second and goal. To the air again, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up
after 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, here's Henry. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Buying time to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 16. Following the interception here, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Rivers hands this one to Mack.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Him in stride.
And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Tannehill. Being chased out left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Rivers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, Rivers. He's got Burton here. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Adoree Jackson on the return. Breaks a tackle. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jackson on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he powers his way up past the 30. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
14.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 29.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
At the 46-yard line.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
He's behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Tannehill.
Quick slant to Brown.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Titans.
From the red zone now, Tannehill steps away to his left. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. Put a big-time drive in that situation.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Hines. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Rivers pass intercepted.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. The point after try for Gostkowski.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Rivers pass.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
45-yard line.
Throwing Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's another Colts first down.
They run with Hines and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the gun. Rivers fighting Hilton on his slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 33. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Titans 28, Colts 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
23-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up third down and 1.
The Colts on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To the air again here. Rivers got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 41. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
And he will have a Titans 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Tannehill on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the rip. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 20.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw, because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one. And
that's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll throw again. Rivers. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? No! That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
After the penalty, it's Henry. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. They told everyone beginning of the year we want to win 11 games, and they've done that.
And what an air of good feelings around this team, around this organization. You can just feel it. They've achieved their goal. They're firmly in the playoff race right now. They've got to feel great about themselves and what they've accomplished.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.